Jackson has a large collection of baseball and football trading cards. He has 124 baseball cards and 108 football cards. Which fraction best represents the ratio of baseball cards to football cards in Jackson's collection? Okay, so what we see in this question right here is that it is talking to us about the topic ratio. So we know that this is going to be a ratio question. So the first thing with ratios is I want to see where it is located. I notice that it's located in the question. So the rule is, what is the first thing that you see in the question? The first thing we see in the question is baseball cards. So we're going to write down how many baseball cards we have in the problem. From reading, it said we have 124 baseball cards. And we're going to be comparing that to the second thing we saw in the question, which was football cards. How many football cards did the problem tell us? It told us 108. So this really is our answer, 124 to 108. There were three different ways that you could write a ratio. So you could write it with the word 2. You could write it as a colon. Or you could write it as a fraction, which would be 124 over 108. Okay, so here's our answer as a fraction. What we notice is your numerator is the greater number. So in our answer choices, if we don't start with the greatest number on top, then it's a wrong answer. So we can eliminate letter A because 54 is not the greatest number of the two. Now, we look at letter B. We have 31 over 27. 31 is the bigger number. This is the possible answer. Letter C, 10 over 9. 10 is the bigger number. C is the possible answer. Letter D, 3 over 1. 3 is the bigger number, so 3 is a possible answer. So what we're going to do next is we're going to try to simplify our answer of 124 over 108. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and think about, are there any numbers that I can multiply to get 124? So what I'm thinking of right now is I can multiply 2 times 62. Using one of these numbers, I want to see what can I multiply to get 108. I can multiply 2 times 54. So I'm checking to see what do I have the same on top and bottom. What I notice I have the same on top and bottom is the number 2. So I can go ahead and I can cross them out. What I have left is a simplified fraction of 62 over 54. I still do not see that answer, so I'm going to continue to see if I can shrink down that fraction. So I'm thinking to myself, what can I multiply to get 62? I could multiply 2 times 31. Using one of those numbers, what could I multiply to get 54? I could multiply 2 times 27. Then I'm going to check, what do I see that they have in common on top and bottom? They have 2's on top and bottom, so those get canceled out. And what I'm left with is an answer that I do see, which would be 31 over 27. So we're looking at answer choice B for question number 1. 31 over 27.